Who were you rooting for yesterday?
I have 3 players for Patriots, so them.
Didn't quite work out.
Did not. The offensive line looked horrible.
We're from Buffalo, so we have no hope ever. I wore my Bills shirt to the park. It's the best we can hope. We gave up years ago. Every year there's a new problem. New stadium, though, they're getting a new $1 billion plus or couple $1 billion stadium. I don't know if that will help.
Gonna be indoor at least?
No.
Okay.
Oh, the Bills fans wouldn't like. We used to have to sit outside and shovel off the seats.
I'll
You
borrow
know.
one of your pens. You
Oh, yes.
Pens, there you go.
All right. It's 6 p.m. Welcome to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board meeting for Monday, February 9th, 2026. I'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone, please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. So, at this time, I'll open up the Citizens Open Forum. Each speaker will be allotted 5 minutes to speak on any topic of their choice. Is there any speakers at this time? Seeing none, I will close open forum. Our first agenda item is approval of minutes dated November 3rd, 2025. Jenny has distributed out the minutes. Do we have any corrections any board member would like to make at this time?
That's what I saw.
Seeing none, the chair will entertain a motion to approve minutes dated November 3rd, 2025.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you. May I have a second? Thank you very much. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Thank you. Motion passes. Next item on our agenda is agenda item number 2, consideration of excused absence for November 3rd, 2025, meeting for board member Joe Santana. So a few hours ago, Chip did receive a notification from Joe saying that at this time he can't fulfill the commitment, but he was very grateful to be with us serving on this board. So he has resigned, so we're taking that as our resignation letter. But Jenny sent this email out, so hopefully all of you were able to see it. And Jenny was planning on reading the excusal policy regardless, so at this time I'm gonna let her read the excusal policy for our attendance policy.
Yeah, I just wanted to provide a quick refresher so that we're all on the same page. This is from the council's resolution. So the policy is any member of the board who fails to attend 2 meetings during a calendar year shall forfeit their board position unless excused by the board. And any absence will be placed on the next meeting agenda for the board to consider excusing the absence.
Okay, so there's no action needed on this item, so we're just gonna move on.
And that won't be considered for a replacement until a future meeting, I assume.
So Jenny will have to advertise the vacancy for a new alternate position, is that correct?
Yeah, so because we have an alternate member, Holly, on the board, we first ask her if she would like to move up. And if she does, that goes straight to the council. And then after that, we'll have another alternate member vacancy. Which
course.
will have
Thank
to
you.
be advertised, and we'll bring it to the next
I
meeting.
just was clarifying that we weren't doing anything with that today beyond getting the notification. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Jenny. All right, moving on to our agenda item, making a recommendation for city council for an alternate member vacancy on the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. So we're very excited to have many applicants here tonight. Thank you for stepping up and volunteering your time for our community. It really says a lot. So we only have one position tonight, so as you heard, we do have a resignation. So if it does not work out tonight, please come back and try again. We would love to have all of you, but tonight we can only have one.
And as if I understand, if it's still the same policy,
Yep, I was about
all
to-
of those, were you getting to that? Sorry.
It's okay.
I thought you were done, so. All of those that have submitted applications will be forwarded to the next opportunity.
And then back in November, we started using a rubric, so we're going to use that again tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and ask our first applicant, Josh Deaton. Come on up, sir. So go ahead and just tell us a little bit more about yourself. I know you were here last time, and we'll start with the questions.
Yeah, my name is Josh Denton. I've been a resident of Oldsmar since 2023. I live at 598 Buckingham Avenue West. Excited for the opportunity to speak for you all today.
Okay. Is there someone that would like to read question one?
I will.
Tina? Okay.
What motivates you to serve on our Parks and Recreation Advisory Board?
Yeah, thank you. I think the biggest motivation is just getting more involved in the community. I studied public health in my master's program in college, and my big emphasis on that was community health. I wrote a thesis on walkability factor in my hometown and how parks play a factor into that. So I've been looking at ways ever since then to try to get involved in the local community and become a voice and be able to just put my thoughts and my knowledge and everything to good use and be a voice for the community. And I've got a new family. I've been married for 5 years now, but we have a 1-year-old. She just turned one a few weeks ago. So the more active that we get outside and the more that we're using the parks, and I just want to be a voice and a member to good use for the community.
Okay, thank you. Vice Chair, can you read the second question?
Certainly. As a board, we annually conduct 2 surveys. 1, needs and desires survey, and 2, a parks user survey. What strategies would you recommend to increase participation and generate more responses from both residents and non-residents?
Yeah, I actually touched back on this in November, and you guys are doing a fantastic job in terms of social media outreach. And we use social media a lot in the work that I do. And one thing that we know is touch points. It takes multiple tries to get someone to engage in it. So if you see it once, you probably won't engage with it that time, but 2-3 times. So just continued efforts on social media. I think another big thing would be QR codes. They're everywhere now. That's one positive thing that we got out of COVID is the access to get anything from your phone. You have the ability to do it, just place it in the park where people are. It's a great way to get them in there. But also the Oldsmar newsletter that we get. We actually just got one in the mail last week, I believe. Maybe just putting it in there. I know timing-wise it probably doesn't add up quite right, but getting it out there in the parks and the newsletters, utility bills, if they still send those out. I know mine's electronic, but any type of way to get that in front of members of the community.
Okay, thank you. And last question. How do you feel you can contribute to our board while staying aligned with our board's purpose?
Yeah, do you mind just reading the purpose out?
Okay, so our board's purpose is we're conduits of the community. So we work with staff and we don't tell them what to do, we just give them recommendations. So, and we work with the city manager as a conduit as well.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing on that is just continuing to be a voice for the public. Using what knowledge you all have as the board and trusting your all's opinions and gathering input from the community, whether it's through the survey that's done or just collectively talking to people out and about in the community. Being a voice, using every tool that we have and advocating for the betterment of the community, staying in line with the overall goal, which is healthy living, healthy community, and just being a voice for the community through this board.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Rhonda Dunkley. Please come forward.
And I'm back too.
Feel free to say something about yourself first. And
Rhonda Dunkley, we've been here 4.5 years, right? 4.5 years. So I have 4 older children, but we've been through the whole stages of all the different things.
Okay, Tina, could you read the first
I'm
question?
sorry.
Nope.
What motivates you to serve on our Parks and Recreation Advisory Board?
I have notes. I am motivated to serve on the Parks and Rec Board by a genuine desire just to help serve our community and give back in a meaningful way. I love Oldsmar and truly value the parks, the programs, and shared spaces that bring people together. Serving on the board would allow me to help out where I can, support thoughtful decisions, and contribute to maintaining and improving spaces that make our city such a great place to live. I want to be a part of keeping Oldsmar welcoming, active, and enjoyable for residents of all ages.
Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Certainly. As a board, we annually conduct 2 surveys. Number 1, a needs and desires survey, and number 2, a parks user survey. What strategies would you recommend to increase participation and generate more responses from both residents and non-residents?
To increase participation and generate, I think I would recommend a multi-channel outreach approach. This should include consistent use of social media, which you guys are doing, on all major platforms to share information, promote programs, and highlight upcoming events. If possible, and that's gonna be, I don't know, if you can like do a dedicated social media page just for Parks and Rec, or if it has to go underneath the city. That would be his question. If not, all the content could still be effectively managed under them. In addition to just regular posting, like he's kind of saying, you have to keep doing it, utilizing the live social media feature, particularly during some of the events, could help create real-time like engagement, so showcase activities, and encourage immediate participation. In-person outreach is also going to be essential. Attending city events with printed materials or forms, and proactively engaging with attendees, especially families, would help build personal connections and increase awareness of available programs and opportunities.
Thank you. Okay, and last question. How do you feel you can contribute to our board while staying aligned with our board's purpose?
I believe I can contribute effectively to the board while staying aligned with its purpose by using my strengths in communication, outreach, and community engagement. I am great with social media, and I can help support thoughtful decisions, consistent messaging to inform the community, and encourage participation while being aligned with the board's goals and values. In addition, I am strong in direct communication and outreach, which allows me to connect with residents and families in a respectful and approachable way. I am skilled at building relationships, fostering trust, and listening to community feedback, all of which support and inform decision-making and help ensure the board works the needs and interests of the community.
Thank you very much for your time. All right, next, Thomas, could you come up, sir? And tell us about yourself as well.
My name is Thomas Esposito. I live at 306 Lee Street, right here in downtown. I've been in Oldsmar about 5 years. My son goes to Oldsmar Christian, and I just love the community.
Okay, Tina, go ahead, sorry.
What motivates you to serve on our Parks and Recreation Advisory Board?
I lived in West Chase the first 20 years I was here, and a lot of times, people, which is only 4 or 5 miles away, don't realize how beautiful the city is and all the great parks we have. And I would just love to help get it out there and grow everything.
Okay. Vice Chair?
No. Oh, did I?
No, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. As a board, we annually conduct 2 surveys. Number 1, a needs and desires survey, and number 2, a parks user survey. What strategies would you recommend to increase participation and generate more responses from both residents and non-residents?
I think the main thing is I'm out all the time talking to people. A lot of times living here, we don't know a lot of stuff that goes on. It goes, you don't realize it. Getting it out there more, whether it be social media or talking to people, just different avenues that I think could help.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And then how do you feel you can contribute to our board while staying aligned with our board's policy?
I've been very good at communicating, growing things, and talking to people and coming up with different ideas. And I think the biggest key for this area is a lot of people don't know about things as they go on. Social media, I know he said QR codes, which I would think would help, and things of that nature. That's it.
Okay, all right, well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Jim, come on up.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Jim Mascarenas. My wife and I just recently moved to Oldsmar this summer. Not from too far away. We were in Dunedin, so we were still in the area. But ever since our move, we've really fallen in love with the city, and we really love it, and that's why I'm here today.
Okay, thank you. All right, Tina, go ahead.
What motivates you to serve on our Parks and Recreation Advisory Board?
So in my professional life, I work in ministry. I work for a Catholic church. and I work in religious education. And a lot of my life is a lot of just service to others. And I like my key goal is like, I want to be here on earth to help one another, to be with one another. And when my wife and I first moved here, we had a running joke that this was our like little Hallmark movie town because it was just so cute. And even like this Christmas, watching all the Hallmark movies, we would watch the movies and we'd be like, that is our town. Like we do live in Hallmark. But what really makes this town so wonderful is the community. And what brings community together? It's the parks. It's the way that we come together with our events, with haunted happenings, with Winter Wonderland, with our rec center, with all of these things. And I know that the heart, like it's right there when you're driving into Oldsmar. It's like, it's the parks, right? It's the heart of Oldsmar. And if I really want to help my town and be a part of my town, I feel like this board is kind of the place to really start. So that's why I'm here today.
Okay, thank you. All right, Pam, go ahead.
As a board, we annually conduct 2 surveys. 1, the needs and desires survey, and 2, a parks user survey. What strategies would you recommend to increase participation and generate more responses from both residents and non-residents?
Totally. Well, I do want to first commend you guys because I did hear in your last meeting that you had like the most amount of people using your survey this year. So that was really great. And I can understand why. I had the blessing to be able to do the Oldsmar Citizens Academy this past year. And I learned so much. And there I met Amber at the Parks and Recreation Day, as well as Chip. And the first thing Amber did was give me a QR code and was like, here, do the survey. And honestly, like I live right by Sheffield Park. I have a golden retriever, so I'm there like every other day using that dog park. And everywhere you go, you sit on a bench, you see a QR code. You like go into the dog park, on the door, there's a QR code. I go to pick up my dog's poop, I put it in the trash can, QR code, right? It's everywhere. And I really think, one, you've done a wonderful, wonderful job so far. But if I had any recommendations, it's to keep doing what you're doing. But also, in all of the wonderful events that Oldsmar has, that I've had the privilege of being able to go to and seeing how many people come to those events, something that always gains traction, especially in ministry, is to let people understand why they're doing something. So for those people who are coming to those events, for them to truly understand that, yes, doing these surveys can make a change, can let the city government know what you want in your parks. So a way of kind of increasing the amount of people to do those things is when people are gathered together to take a moment to say, hey, like when you have a moment, please do this survey. And here's why. Here's what can happen because of it.
Thank you.
Thank you. How do you feel you can contribute to our board while staying aligned with our board's purpose?
Totally. So I understand it's an advisory board, and I feel like the most important thing that someone can do when they're giving or advising someone is to listen. And the way to listen is to really be where the community is. Go to the events, experience the parks, experience the trail. Today, I had the pleasure of taking my electric scooter through the trail to come here because I was like, you know what? That's the one thing I have not experienced in Oldsmar, and that's the trail. So I took the trail here, and it was wonderful. It was beautiful. But experiencing the things that people are experiencing and listening and taking in what people have to say, what you're visually seeing in the parks as well. I feel like that's what I would bring to this board, as every single person here is doing as well.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And we had another applicant, but I don't think he's here. Alex? No, so, okay. Well, go ahead and finish scoring your grid, and I'll have Chip come and collect them because he doesn't move. I know John moves around more.
Oh, I tell you.
Make sure. I don't write her name on them.
Thank you.
Can't let go.
Okay, well,
Still transferring. One more.
so while we're collecting and the clerk is tallying, I think it would be beneficial for us to take a 5-minute recess. So the chair will entertain a motion for a 5-minute recess.
Make a motion.
Okay,
You want
I need a
just the
second.
sheet?
I'll second.
All right.
Oh, did I have to sign it or
Thank you.
anything?
5-minute
I didn't
recess.
check. Okay.
Starting now.
Taking a 5-minute break?
Yep.
3 minutes into the meeting, okay.
So they can tabulate this.
Oh, to give her a few minutes, I gotcha.
Give it her a couple
I
minutes.
gotcha. Sorry. At Baycare, over at Meeks
plays
Countryside.
it?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's nice and close, and, yeah.
Yeah, no, the tackle.
So we're hoping the immunotherapy.
Because
will
it
get good
encompasses
results and
several
be a little easier on the
cities.
body, so, but I've been very blessed so far
Open.
beyond this. Yeah, no, I haven't had.
At one time, I
shutdown
remember our
days,
nephew
and,
was like, just Oldsmar.
Usually
was it
like
one time
Saturday,
years ago?
half a day, and then by Sunday and
Falcons,
Monday, I'm
yeah.
starting to be
Yeah,
back on
years ago.
schedule, and like, I went and set up all the theater class.
All right. Welcome back. I think our clerk has tallied, so you have a applicant with the highest scoring number?
Yep, we tallied the results, and the board has selected Jim Mascarenas to be our alternate member.
All right, congratulations,
Hey,
Jim.
Jim, congratulations.
Thank you to all our other applicants. Please come back next time.
There's always a, yeah.
Come for another one. Yep.
Another new opening, yeah.
Yep.
So, do you make a motion right now?
I'll make a motion to,
Oh, we don't.
we don't need to.
It's up to you guys.
Okay,
Yeah, it's already scored.
okay.
So this will go to the city council for formal approval, and then
Okay, sounds good. All right, well, thank you, everyone. So please, you're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, or if you want to leave now, that's fine too. So thank you very much.
And to tell Jim about, they'll invite him to council?
Oh, so that'll be the next council meeting?
I will reach out to him. It'll probably be March 3rd.
Okay,
They like to put a face with the name, so that opportunity to meet council and get them to meet you is kind of nice.
Great, congrats.
all right. Next, we have agenda item number 4, park user survey. Chip, the floor is yours.
All right, seems like we're talking a lot about surveys and.
QR codes and-
Right, that's the purpose, right? Find out what's going on out there.
Yeah.
First of all, I'd like to thank the board for their participation in the survey process. As was mentioned, we had a total of 572
Wow.
residents and park users who responded to the survey. That's a lot higher than we've ever had in the past. So all those little QR codes floating around town on trash cans and gates, and you guys
Dog parks.
going out to the events and intercepting and doing the park visits, it really helps. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you, board.
I provided you guys with the results and just a little synopsis, and I'm just going to highlight some of the stuff from the synopsis here, so that the people who are at home watching understand what the results were. So, from a participation overview, 75% of the respondents were Oldsmar residents, and the highest percentage was from adults between the ages of 35 to 64, which kind of makes sense because those are the parents and families who are taking the survey. And most of the households of the people surveyed consisted of 3 to 4 people, and many of those had children. And nearly 2/3 visit our parks weekly or daily, so that's very encouraging. The most utilized parks were R.E. Olds Park, Sheffield Park, and Veterans Memorial Park. Those are the 3 top parks that function as the city's primary recreational hubs. So kind of makes sense that those ranked high there. Residents, when visiting the park, the most common activities included walking, running, and biking, as well as use of the playground and attending community events. I think that's where probably a lot of these results were gathered. Most visitors spend 1 to 2 hours per visit, which kind of indicates a meaningful engagement than just popping in and popping back out. So that's nice to see there. Most of our visitors drive to the parks, but there are a significant number of people who walk or bike to the parks, highlighting the neighborhood connectivity of our parks. From a satisfaction and safety standpoint, overall feedback reflects high satisfaction. There were strong ratings for cleanliness, safety, maintenance, and the overall experience, with 87% of respondents reporting that they felt safe using city parks. And 63% attended a city-run program or event in the past year, so that's a good number to see that as well. Some of the key challenges that were noted in the survey, which we all know, the parking at our parks is, we went for green space instead of asphalt, okay? So that's how it kind of worked there. So sometimes there's limited parking at some of the more popular parks, and there were some notes about maintenance and stuff here that we'll take into consideration. We just finished we just completed in January our biannual playground safety inspection, so well, a lot of that stuff that, from a maintenance standpoint, gets picked up on those inspections. We do those in January, and we do those in July, and that's done by a certified playground safety instructor, as well as we have our normal week-to-week visual inspections that take place from our weekend staff. That's kind of their task, is when they go around on the weekends. So from the overall conclusion from the survey is that it seems like our parks are highly valued, they're heavily used, and they're viewed positively by residents. So again, I appreciate you providing the survey tool out into the community, because this survey is just a kind of a snapshot of who's coming to the park and kind of get an idea of what they're doing, right? That's what this one is. The one that we're going to talk about a little bit later, that's more of the needs and desires. So that's more of a, hey, we want to see more of this kind of programming, or this is what the community feels is important to them. That's the next survey that comes up that we'll discuss a little bit later. But again, thank you for getting out there, and thank you for getting 500 and plus responses. So thank you.
Almost 600, yeah.
John, is there anything you want to add to it? Because I know you like, oh, you trained him well.
I've got him brainwashed.
I mean, he says it every 7 sentences, right? All right, well, thank you for everyone again for doing that. So with that, I'm closing agenda item number 4 and moving on to agenda number 5, new business. I'll start on my left, Ms. Suda. Do you have any new business you would like to?
New business from me.
Okay. Ms. Holly, welcome.
Thank you. No.
Okay. Ms. Tina?
No new business.
Okay.
Nothing I can think of.
Going down, Brandon.
Oh, ma'am.
Dave?
I don't have anything today.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Pam?
No.
Okay. I don't have any. Chip, John? Any-
I'll just provide kind of my standard update here for you guys, highlighting some of the things that have taken place since our last meeting. As you know, the fall and the winter are is the heavy event season for us. I saw a lot of you out at our events, and thank you for attending them. If you remember back, Veterans Day was very, very cold, but we still had about 225 people in attendance for that. It was a very chilly day. I'd rather have it chilly than.
Yeah, we weren't melting.
No, we weren't melting this
No,
time.
last
That is
time we
for
got
sure.
one
That
year
is for
before.
sure. And then in December, we had our tree lighting right out here in front of City Hall with Oldsmar Elementary helping with the choral, so the singing, and the snow. John somehow he makes it snow every year. I just can't figure it out. It just happened to be cold enough.
Christmas magic.
Winter Wonderland was a huge success. The park was jam packed. Kids were running around playing, going down the snow slide. We estimated we had about 3,000 people there for that event.
Wow.
And it was just, it was packed from the start. As usually it kind of gets busier and busier, but it was just right off the bat, it was busy. And then, of course, it fades towards the end of the night once the kiddies, trying to kind of go to sleep and that kind of thing. But yeah, it was a good night there. Also, part of the winter celebration, we had our golf cart and bike parade. We had about 54 units in that one. The creativity of the carts is just amazing.
Gingerbread house, that one was good.
The gingerbread house was amazing. Yeah, so there's just a lot of creativity, and it's fun to see. And there were a lot. I get to drive. In the past, I have worked an intersection or just made sure things were going well, and I got to drive the past 2 years, and just to see the amount of people that are out on the street and on the sidewalk and the right of way just watching.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're one of them.
Yeah.
Same here, yeah.
So that was a fun one. We had the talent show. We had 22 acts in the talent show, another good number there. And then our letters to Santa mailbox took in 297 letters to the North Pole, and I heard that Santa got them all back in time. So it was good. He was busy. Also, over the past couple of months here, we hosted our monthly baseball tournaments out at the Oldsmar Sports Complex. Those are USSSA tournaments. They bring in teams from around the region, and we're one of a number of sites that host for that weekend. So we hosted those. We had the winter camp at Cypress Forest Rec Center over the Thanksgiving break and the Christmas break. Some of the things that are upcoming events for this spring, coming up quickly, right? Coming up quickly. No time to waste.
Yep.
No time to rest.
Know it.
We've got Kite Day coming up, Armadillo Run, Breakfast with the Bunny, the Extravaganza, the Opal performance of Beetlejuice Jr. We have a BMX Gold Cup race coming in April, the beginning of April. We have Party in the Park planned. We have a new event called Mom and Son Messy Day. That's going to be in May. And then, and of course, there's so much more. Just as it was mentioned earlier, check out your magazines and go online, check out
great.
online, and follow us on social media, and you'll be updated on all of our events and activities.
Isn't there a daddy-daughter dance too?
There is a daddy-daughter dance coming up as well. That's in the planning stages right now, so just keep your eyes open for more information on that. From the Parks and Oldsmar Sports Complex side, the pier, I know it seems like it's taken forever for the pier, but at least the pier is
Getting better?
80% open. So we've got some pushback from Pinellas County on the permitting, but it was worked out between our contractor and the county. So just last week we received the final permit. So so he's on schedule. We should be this month for the reconstruction to begin. He's waiting on finding a second barge. Apparently, it's hard to find barges. Because of, I guess, all of the pier projects and stuff that are taking place now all around the area, not just here in Oldsmar, but it's been hard to find a barge. So he has one. He's trying to get that second one. The second phase of the retrofitting of the Oldsmar Sports Complex ball fields with LEDs starts next week. Spoke with the vendor today. They'll be dropping off materials beginning next week and starting on that second half of the retrofit project. It's going to be a game changer. No pun intended, but it's going to be really nice. We'll be starting on the football side of the complex and then working our way back towards baseball. And then after that, they'll be going to Bicentennial Park and retrofitting the lights at Bicentennial Park as well. Let's see. Our staff at the sports complex have been keeping up with heavy play on the sports fields. They've applied the winter ryegrass, and it's looking really nice. It's a busy complex. So they have their work cut out for them to keep that looking as good as they do. Our park staff installed new benches, new picnic tables, and trash cans at Sheffield Park. So that was the second part. We did Ariolds last year, and we finished that up this year, and then did Sheffield. So Sheffield has received those.
Okay.
The park staff installed our new dog bag dispensers, which utilize recycled grocery bags now instead of us purchasing dog waste bags. So if you're out there in the community, please populate those dog bag stations for us with your grocery bags. The park staff also performed the annual mangrove maintenance along the shorelines, that's one straight week of very torturous work. I mean, it's not easy for those guys, and they do a great job. And then the last thing I had on there was we installed a new sign at Bicentennial Park. So it looks very nice. So very happy with that final product. So anyway, that's all I have for an update. John, you want to add anything in there? No. No? Okay, that's a good
Well, I
answer.
had a question for John, or if you want to elaborate a little bit more or share. I am still a homeschooling parent. I do appreciate the homeschool programs that you have on here now. So is it a different teacher you have for each program that's there, or how does it work
No,
right now?
it's, it'll be one of two different teachers that we bring in, or it'll be staff.
Okay.
Certain things will be staff-led, like the sports portion of that. There's a couple other portions of that are staff-led, but yeah, it'll be the same two ladies that are gonna run it.
Okay, great. Yeah, and I do like that it's one full day.
Yeah, it's like we try to, we
Yep.
tried to figure it out so that it would be more like a day of school, right? So it's it's knocking
Yeah.
things out.
That way, if the parent wants to stay, or if they want to go do something else, they can
Well,
take
and
them
yeah,
off
and
and
it
then
just,
come
you know,
back.
because
It's-
homeschoolers tend to have a very flexible schedule, so they're all over the place during the week.
That's the
This
beauty
gives them
of it.
that 1 week for that homeschool parent to kind of maybe take a breath and let somebody else do it for a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what I did in the past too, so it's helpful. So thank you. Does anyone have any questions for staff?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Could you clarify for my neighbors the recyclable bags for the dogs?
Sure. So
Just want to clearly
So
understand what they're supposed to do.
the bags that we used to have were on the rolls,
Right,
and you would
that
just
we-
pull them out.
Right.
Those are expensive.
Sure.
They're expensive. And with all the grocery bags that we have floating around our homes, kind of made sense from a sustainability standpoint to ask people to bring those in and just stuff them into
So they just
the
get
holders.
stuffed right in the
Yeah,
holder.
there's a top hole and a bottom hole,
Okay.
and it's made out of PVC, so you can fit your hand.
They're
just
happy to do it, they
stuff
just
'em in,
wanted to
just-
understand if there was a particular.
Nope, just pop them in.
Got it, perfect.
Just
Thank
make sure
you.
they don't have holes in the bottom of them.
There you go. Good point.
Amber, I have
Go ahead, Holly.
questions. This is a kind of a hodgepodge of questions, if that's okay, from a few different things that you mentioned, or maybe a question or suggestion. At the, let me know if this is not the right time for this, since this is my first meeting that I'm participating in. At the Winter Wonderland, I was wondering if there's an opportunity to increase the amount of food trucks, because the event was great, like you said, it was packed. It was an awesome event for families, but I noticed that there were significant lines for the food trucks, and I was wondering if that was something that we could look
There's
at.
a real estate component to that, so we can only really put maybe 4 food trucks in there. When you have 3,000 people coming to one venue, it can be a little taxing.
Yeah.
This year we kind of tried something different where we kind of moved a couple of the food trucks off the main thoroughfare where we normally have them, which did open up space for us, so it was a win for us, which might allow us to bring in 1 or 2 more food trucks because now we know how that area is going to work. But for the most part, there's also the difficulty of getting food trucks this time, at that time of year.
Okay.
I mean, they're booked,
Okay.
so.
Okay, thank you. And one more question I had from that event, when I was walking around, there was a cool train ride, and then I got a little bit confused because there was a church that had an activity going on, and I wasn't sure then, was that a separate event, or
No,
was the
it's
church holding an
Bayside Church.
event?
Bayside Church is a partner of ours, and
Okay.
they help us with Extravaganza and with Winter Wonderland. And they bring in a lot of volunteers, and they set up on that side of the park, but it's still the same, it's the
Okay.
same event.
Okay, okay, thank you. And then just one suggestion, I looked at the magazine, I think it was yesterday, yeah, the one that you just had, and I was specifically spent more time looking at the events coming up, and just a suggestion, we had a great photo of the BMX track in there, and then I looked at the photo for the rec center, where I participate in classes a couple times a week, and they were stock photos, so I just thought it might be nice if we had people who were willing to actually take photos of people who are participating at the rec center.
That's something that we're actually doing more of now. We're kind of shifting with the social media pushes that we do now. We have somebody usually out in the field doing something like that from our marketing group that
Okay.
are making those shorts and taking pictures.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, the social media videos have been really great, so everyone I've talked to really enjoys them, so thank you. Any other board comments or questions this time for staff?
We missed the tree lighting ceremony this year because of personal things, but Winter Wonderland was fantastic as always. A lot of fun and a lot of people. It was impressive. You guys did a great job as always. My son was like, "Why does it end so early?" I'm like, "Do you understand
Ends
that
early?
these people get here? They start the day at 8 o'clock in the morning and it's
The
now,
latest, right?
9, 10 o'clock at night and they still have to clean up." I'm like, "No."
Well, and just a little golden nugget for our park staff is, they come in at 6:30, work their regular shift, set up the park, and then they are there till 9 o'clock, and you're talking, 3.5 hours of just loading people onto sleds.
Lots of
They're
squats.
done at the end of the. It's amazing. This event goes on. 9 o'clock comes, shut everything down. I can't believe how fast they clean up and get out of there. It is amazing. It is like, I've been here all day, I'm ready to go, and I am out
Time to
the,
go.
and they clean up so fast and get out. But they're there all day. They do a great job. So
They're great
they deserve
staff.
a lot of
Yep.
recognition for that, 'cause it's hard work for them. So,
Yes, fantastic job. Thank you.
yeah.
Okay, any other questions for staff?
Are we on board comments?
No, we're about to.
Are we, for new business, I did want to talk about the Community Desires
Oh,
survey,
yeah,
because
go
I
ahead.
am going to need a volunteer to help me to put the questions together. And then what we'll do is, the next meeting that we have in May, we'll bring those questions back. The board can take a look at them. If they look good, everything's good to go, bingo, we'll get them ready to go. This one, we wait until the fall to do this survey, because we find that there's more people out and about in the fall. The summertime's just not the time to do it, and when you're trying to grab people for these things. So, but that's the time frame, and I just need to get a volunteer from the board that will help do the questions.
Okay.
I'll be happy to, you know.
Okay, Tina, would you like to? Okay,
Sure.
You
okay, so does everyone agree that Tina? Okay, Tina, you will be working with Chip on the
Be
survey.
happy to help, yep.
And so you'll contact Tina?
yeah, I'll get in touch with Tina, and we'll plan that out.
All right. Then we'll move on to board comments. So I'll start with my vice chair, Pam. Do you have any
No
comments you'd like to
at
make?
this time.
No. Okay, Dave?
I guess I kind of made my comments already.
All right, Brendan.
I
go
guess,
ahead.
Chip, I'll get with you after this, and I guess I'm a sports guy, right? Just how do we develop, we mentioned scholarship, or just how we can get some of my network to give back to the Parks and Rec. I just don't know how that works from your end. And so, yeah, we'll just talk later.
Okay, all right, thanks, Brandon. Okay, Tina?
Oh, I just want to say that I saw them installing the new sign at Bicentennial. It was, yeah, it's beautiful. They really worked hard at it, and it's really impressive. So, yeah, I saw them put it in. It's beautiful. It just, yeah, it lights, it's just really nice, so, yeah.
With all of our signs we changed recently, we did,
The sports complex and,
so recently we did the sports complex, we did Veterans Memorial Park, we did Cypress Forest Rec Center. So, and there's one coming in at the fire station. Now we just received our quote, I think the quotes are in for that one. So just trying to make things look a little bit nicer.
Yeah, no, it's
So.
really, really nice, yeah.
much more presentable.
Yes. Very modern and.
Very proud of my park across the street from me. All right, anything else, Tina?
I think, yeah, that was it.
Okay,
Yep.
Holly, you have any board comments you'd like to make?
The only thing I'd like to add is just a thank you to Chip for you and your team for all of the amazing events that you just
Yes.
ran through. It's really quite impressive. And then a thank you to the candidates for investing your time to come here and speak with the board. I know it can be difficult to get up in front of a group and share your thoughts on those questions. So great job to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Suda.
And Holly, welcome.
Thank you.
And to Jim, congratulations. And the same way, congratulations to all of our applicants. To be honest with you, it was a very tight race. You're all very qualified. And as I have personally experienced myself over the past 30 years, keep coming to the meetings, even if you're not on the board. Stay involved, stay informed, prepares you better. As one was very well prepared with her notes, I wanted to compliment, and even newer to the community, so I think that was great. So I wanted to congratulate and thank all the applicants as well. And I did it. Come and stay for the meetings, even if you're not on the board, stay informed. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I have a couple of comments. So welcome, Holly, for officially being on our board.
you.
And congratulations to Jim. And like I said, I want you guys to come back again, so please interview. You guys did great, so thank you. Like Chip did most of everything I was going to say, but again, thank you for your team. The talent show was great. Veteran ceremony, tree lighting, Winter Wonderland. I did participate in the bike parade this year. That was our first time doing that, so we had fun. My son fell down. He said he didn't have fun. I'm like, well, you learn to ride better. Sorry.
That's why we put the bike at the back of the parade.
Yeah. That was smart, logistics master. And then, yeah, the new sign, I appreciate that, so thank you. And I don't know if anyone's gone to the Oldsmar Public Library in a while, but there's this dragon that an artist donated, and they had a contest with all the kids to name the dragon, and my daughter was actually selected, and she named the dragon Luna. So you might see that circulated at social media at some point, but she was the winner, so she was excited.
Nice.
And my son's enjoying his second year doing the Largo track with Coach Kyle. They just had their first meet at Largo, but the rest of the meets are going to be at Dunedin High School. So they have one meet per month at one of the high schools, and they just practice at the Forest Lakes Rec Center. So they still have room, I believe, if they want to.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you know anyone from 5 to 15, please have them come out to the Forest Lakes track on Wednesdays at 5:30. They made it earlier, so. And my daughter's enjoying her Oldsmar Youth Soccer League and getting ready to do the spring fling, so they're having a great season. And also, Jenny sent out the speech cleanup on Valentine's Day, so if anyone's interested, please sign up. We can have Valentine's together. We did this a couple of years on our board. I think Suda remembers, and Pam. Chip was here. Sorry, you weren't his +1. He brought Alexis.
And is it just, is it something that is advertised to the community, or
I don't know what,
is it just, okay,
You can contact Karen Beal, and she can put you on the list to sign up for the park cleanup.
okay, so it's okay if I take the flyer that you provided and like post that on our community Facebook page, okay?
Yep, and there's a QR code on there, so they can sign up that way too.
Okay, thanks.
And like I said, the social media posts have been amazing, so everyone loves them, so thank you.
very nice, yeah.
And just a quick update, our former board member, Steve Phillips, his brick has been placed at Veterans Park. So feel free to go down there and you can go see it and think of him. So thank you to your staff for putting it down there for us. And also, I forgot the card, but thanks to Donna for her time on the board. She's been here for 2 years, so I did have a card for us to sign, but I left it because I got here earlier, and then I'll have one for Joe next time, so we can sign 2 cards for them.
Okay.
So, thank you for sending out the monthly reports, Jenny. And again, thank you for all our applicants. Please come back. I really mean that. So with that, does anyone else have anything they'd like to say or ask?
Okay.
All right. Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
All right, second.
I'll second that motion.
All right, no vote required, so thank you. We'll see you next time at Monday, May 11th at 6 p.m. Thank you.
Off to theater rehearsal.
Never ends.